Hello, everyone. I'm Steve Garceau, Director of Enterprise SSD Product Marketing for Kiocera, and today I want to tell you about some of the exciting SSD trends that we see as it relates to ProLiant servers. So you get a glimpse of some of our current and our next-gen solutions. Without further ado, let's jump into that. So at Kiocera, we have a first thing you're going to notice here is a new name, right? A new look, a new feel. Really, it comes with a new vision. Most of you know us as Toshiba, or more specifically, the division of the larger company, Toshiba Memory. As Toshiba spun off the memory division, we took on a new name, and that is Kiocera. We make NAND flash and other memory technologies. And yeah, it's probably the very same memory technology that probably sits in your smartphone today. So anyway, we're the same company, the same people, the same technologies, but with a fresh new look and a new vision to leverage our progressive core memory technology in innovative and exciting ways, offering products and services in systems that create choice and really help define an exciting future. So a little more about Kiocera. You may not know this, but we invented NAND flash over 30 years ago now. And we continue to operate the world's largest flash memory factory today. So no matter the capacity, the interface, the endurance level, or form factor, Kiocera has the broadest line of SSDs on the market today. And they're available in many of the HP enterprise systems you use today. Just as HP trusts Kiocera SSDs, so do the other 9 top server and storage vendors on the planet. And we're vertically integrated, meaning that our SSD technology is ours through and through, right? We not only make our own flash memory technology, but we design our own SSD controllers, write our own firmware, produce our own SSDs in our own factories, and bring it all together with world-class support that is really second to none. So we have some compelling solutions for a campaign that we like to call Life After SATA. With SATA's roadmap ending at 6 gigabit, users of SATA SSD have been yearning for something more. Honestly, they want more performance, a better bang for your buck, if you will. Kiocera has delivered value SAS and data center NVMe SSDs that deliver not only price competitiveness with SATA, but with better performance and lower latency to accelerate those applications to new heights. Newer ProLiant SAS and NVMe platforms are more robust and more advanced than ever before. And these particular SSD solutions from Kiocera are really game changers, to be sure. They're driving and really enabling HP to provide an even better value at the system level for their customers. So what is the problem with SATA SSD or the SATA interface and more specifically there? Why is it in decline? Well, the answer simply boils down to one thing, and that's value. Flash memory technology has come really leaps and bounds in density and performance over the past decade. And the SATA interface has remained basically unchanged for more than a decade, since like 2009. And it's worth mentioning that there is no roadmap for future improvements to the SATA interface either. So it's done, right? The SATA interface has been a clear choice for many entry-level enterprise SSDs for many years now, giving customers access to the inherent performance characteristics of a flash-based memory device, really at a price level, a price band far lower than traditional higher-end, dual-ported, very feature-rich SSDs that would be alternatives. So now the technological advances in the flash media itself have really far surpassed the capabilities of the antiquated SATA interface. Where a 12 gig SAS SSD or an NVMe interface can really pass on those performance improvements of our flash technology all the way to the customer. And the SATA interface is it's more and more becoming a bottleneck at the end of the day. So to put this into perspective, the same flash memory in an NVMe drive that can deliver nearly 7,000 megabyte a second of throughput is limited to just 550 megabyte a second when it's manufactured as a SATA drive. So that's a ton of value that you're leaving on the table there. So this value gap has been formed. It's there, it's antiquated, and SATA SSDs are just not simply going to cut it anymore. And there's cutting edge SAS and NVMe SSDs available, and that's why we introduced these product segments a couple years back, actually. So two SATA families, right? The first is the value SAS SSD, the RM series, and it's designed to replace SATA in ProLiant servers that have SAS infrastructure. And then the CD series is a data center class NVMe that really brings the latest technology to data centers across the globe. Too much. So now you may be wondering, how exactly do these products fit into today's complicated storage market? Well, the best way to think about these SSDs is SATA drives with better technology. That's a kind of a simplistic way to look at it, but I think a good way to look at it in this case. We've taken the typical SATA feature set attributes, single ported, low power, sweet spot capacities and endurance options, server attached manageability and reporting features, and augmented it with the latest cutting edge interfaces and performance standards to really unlock the value that SATA drive leaves on the table. Maybe more importantly, we've priced these drives incredibly similar to SATA SSDs in the market to give our customers really two unbeatable choices. So if you're leveraging ProLiant SAS-based server systems and utilizing SATA SSDs, ARM5 Value SAS is a great and seamless choice because over 75% of SATA SSDs, those equipped servers today actually have SAS compatible backplanes and RAID controllers in them, right? And if we know anything, we know IT managers have like 20 years of experience and love their hardware RAID. So that's a great choice there. Or if you want to move to the latest cutting edge NVMe systems, the CD series is a great choice to get the absolute best performance out of your server platform. So what CD5 and ARM5 are capable of at the application level is really super impressive. Third-party studies have been done, and that's what you see here on this slide. They show massive performance gains over SATA SSDs to the tune of 57% more transactions per minute in SQL server environments running a TPCe workload. Now, these gains are, they greatly increase the utilization of a server and those server resources that really help businesses to scale more rapidly. CD5 and ARM5 are both designed to deliver a better user experience, and they decrease wait times by lowering latency by as much as 57%. So IT managers can not only scale operations and increase utilization of their hardware, but do so without frustrating users with longer wait times as jobs process. We're offering incredible value to our customers that embrace life after SATA, enabling them to see up to 35% more transactions per minute for every dollar spent on SSD. So with options to plug and play into existing SAS infrastructure or into cutting edge NVMe servers, all are price compatible with today's SATA drives, choosing value SAS or data center NVMe really should be a no-brainer. So let me tell you about two new products that we've been working on to keep increasing performance and to drive server utilization up and ultimately to maximize your return on investment. Kiocera was the first to deliver PCIe Gen 4 U.3 2.5-inch SSDs to customers last year. So CM6 on the left is a traditional enterprise class drive with dual port high availability, multiple endurance options, 1 and 3 drive write per day, and the highest capacity available in a 2.5-inch SSD today, a whopping 30 terabytes. So if you've used SAS SSDs before, especially in storage array systems, you can think of the CM series as the NVMe version of that. CD6 is a data center class drive and is the successor to CD5. So similar to CM6, this single ported drive is ideal for server applications, delivering multiple endurance options, again, 1 and 3 drive write per day with capacities up to 15 terabyte. So both of these PCIe Gen 4 solutions are up to 3 times faster than Gen 3 SSDs and are SFFTA 1001 compliant for universal backplane support. So look for these exciting options to be available very soon. And next, I want to tell you a little bit more about some of the performance that we've seen in comparisons. So when we make those comparisons to CM6, to its predecessor CM5, in bar chart format, you really get an appreciation for the great leaps and bounds that were made by Kiocsia, both in utilizing PCIe Gen 4, but also in the under the hood architectural improvements. You can see where both sequential and random read performance was more than doubled, while sequential write showed moderate improvement. Giant gains were realized in random write operations, where CM6 is now almost 5 times faster than CM5. And when we look at the 70-30 mixed workload, probably the truest indicator of real-world scenario performance, we see CM6 is a whopping 4 times better than CM5. So going back to that all-important user experience, you can see where CM6 latency is 40 to 67% better than CM5. So as the market rolls out PCIe Gen 4 solutions, I think you can see that there's really a lot to be excited about. And speaking about being excited, we have a brand new SAS SSD to tell you about. Just this month, Kiocsia announced the first 24 gig SAS SSD that provides bandwidth and performance up to twice that of any other SAS SSD available today. PM6 is our 6th generation of dual-ported SAS SSDs and delivers read-intensive, mixed-use, and even write-intensive endurance options. So lots of variety for any workload there, with capacities up to 30 terabytes. So we're matching CM6 on that one. PM6 is the industry's fastest SAS SSD, bar none. So let me show you what I mean on the next slide there. And we take a look at some comparisons with PM5 there. So I do want to preface this information, this slide really, by saying that PM5 is a leading SAS SSD today. It's in mass production, widely adopted by all the major server and storage companies out there. It's really a stellar performer and an ultra reliable, really a workhorse of an SSD. And comparing PM6 to PM5 in that same bar chart format, as we looked at before, it really, again, you get that appreciation for the great leaps that were made, both in utilizing the 24 gig SAS interface, but also the under the hood architectural improvements that were made. You can see where both sequential and random read performance were basically doubled, while sequential writes showed improvement to the tune of 57%. Random writes showed modest improvement, and that real-world 70-30 mixed workload, PM6 was about 45% better than PM5. So PM6 not only leverages a very strong heritage and promises to deliver the quality and reliability that Kiocsia SSDs, SAS SSDs have been known for, but as you can see, it really takes performance to a whole new level and is well matched to 24 gig SAS server solutions that'll be coming very, very soon. So as we wrap up, let me leave you with this snapshot of the products that Kiocsia is shipping today across a variety of HPE server and storage product landscapes. PM5, Enterprise, and ARM5 value SAS deliver an unbeatable 1-2 punch, right? With the vast majority of major server platforms still shipping good old trusted SAS infrastructure. PM5 delivers that high capacity, high performance demand. And then ARM5 provides that no-brainer SATA SSD replacement, delivering so much more performance on a per dollar value basis. For the latest NVMe-enabled high-performance ProLiant server platforms, we have the CM5 CD5 tandem. If you've used an enterprise SAS SSD in the past, like PM5, CM5 is the right choice for those applications where performance is everything. If you've used SATA and you want to stay on the value path, then CD5 is really an unbeatable data center class SSD that is perfect for SATA replacement. So, HPE has been and continues to be one of our closest partners. So whichever path you choose, Kioxia's lineup of enterprise and life after SATA SSDs align very well to HPE's current and future platform roadmaps. Together, we're innovating and we're making solutions to increase productivity and maximize utilization of your company's IT resources. I really appreciate you taking the time to join us today. We know you have a lot of choices in the SSD space, and it's my sincere hope that you'll give Kioxia a good long look. I think that you'll find unmatched value. Thank you very much for joining us today.